Fly House on this. A flush the format Friday, Y94.0 into ABK. So the theory is this, if I'm understanding this article properly, we all have at least one person. At least one. Could be relative, coworker, neighbor, I don't know. Somebody in your life that you're around them on occasion when they're eating or drinking something. And you can't stand them. They give you the eating icks. They have just the worst table manners you've ever seen, or their way of eating is so repulsive to you, you can't stand it. Whether we're talking bad table manners or just eating icks, who in your life is this person? I say we call him out.
My stepdad, he is so sloppy when he eats. He eats like he's never ate in his life, like he's been starving for days, and he's finally getting food again.
I'm choosing to believe the Tasmanian devil is your stepfather.
And then he smacks his lips so loud and he slurps. He's just a very animated eater. And so when I go home for the holidays or anything like that, I really don't want to be in the same room when we're eating.
I think if you're going to eat that way, you should eat in the garage.
I think I've told you the story. The sound of people eating, it fills me with rage, whether it's slurping, gulping, smacking your lips. I could hear swallowing. I don't like any of mouth sounds. It really upsets me. My sister's friend was so bad. I took her food from the table and put it outside and said, if you're going to eat like an animal, eat outside.
Oh, jeez.
It was so gross. She had no manners.
To be fair, because you're one of your ears is kind of, isn't it? So for you to be able to hear it, it must be pretty loud and pretty annoying.
I'm deaf in my left ear, yes. I need to get a hearing aid.
So I'm thinking they must have pretty bad
That's how
sounds.
I think. If I can hear it, it has to be bad.
How loud is it to everybody else then?
Yeah.
You're eating ick. Who is it in your life? Do they just got bad table manners or what is it? Who is this person? And how they eat is just so gross to you.
This is so sad because I dated this guy who was awesome in every way, but definitely my ex. It's a licking fingers thing. He would do it after everything he ate, not just okay, maybe if it was wings, fine. And then you could use those little wet naps. But no, it was everything. It was, oh my God, after bread, he would put his hand in the bread basket after licking his fingers, which was the worst part, okay? Because if it's a communal plate and you're going to put your hands in after licking your fingers, that's disgusting. That's a no-go. I think that's when I decided I was going to break up with him.
You'd be sharing appetizers and he'd eat it, lick his fingers, and go back in?
Yes. It's like the cardinal rule. You cannot do that.
Ew. That is nasty. It's yours now.
Yeah, it was the worst. So that relationship ended after the bread basket incident. But yeah, it was disgusting, and that was a total turnoff. So you can't lick your fingers after eating everything, like even mashed potatoes. Well, who does that?
Stop. I hate that sound. Gross.
And then, yeah, it's not good. Not good.
Appreciate it. Bread basket, I mean, that would be icky. I could handle that better than, have you ever seen that person, or maybe it's at a relative, a barbecue or something, where there's a bag of chips, and you're like, I'm not eating that bag of chips. Because you just watch them as they, licking the dust off their fingers.
And then put their hands back in.
You know what? I'm good on Doritos. I'm okay.
Can I tell you what I mean, there's no one that I think it would upset, because, it was my family, my parents and sister or brother, and then now it's Steven and my child. But if I have a bag of pretzels, I like to lick my finger and then, put it in the bottom of the bag and get the salt.
You monster.
And I keep going back. I would never do that if there was a bag of chips here or, a bag of pretzels at work. But in my own home, I feel comfortable enough to do that.
So even though Steven
it's a family bag.
And your little baby don't want to be eating your finger spit.
My son is not eating pretzels.
He's not too far off from a dot man.
Maybe soon, but right now that's a little too crunchy.
Babies should come out of their mother and immediately have a suckling on a Dot's pretzel. They're delicious.
They're too young.
The baby's born, they're like, all right, you're ready to suckle, and you think something else is going to happen. Stick a little dot in there. Welcome to the world.
I think this person means finger licker, but I'm not sure. They said my grandma's also a finger, and she has to touch everything. We'll get pizza, and she has to remove every piece of pizza, and she licks her fingers while doing it. Ew, you touch all of them, and you're licking your finger, licking the grease off and retouching them again. Don't do that.
I'm going to wash my hands just listen to this conversation. Someone in your life that gives you the not dating ick, the eating ick. Very different. Maybe it happened while you're dating, though. That eating ick, they have real bad table manners. They do something nasty when they eat. Who is that person?
Some of these are like grossing me out. Someone said my husband, without a doubt, he'll eat spaghetti like he's trying to inhale it before someone's going to take it away. He'll twirl it, but it will be a huge forkful, miss his mouth. He starts slurping up the noodles. There's always stuff hanging out of his mouth. Our 6-year-old actually said, Daddy, use your manners. And someone else said, my dad is the loudest chewer on the planet. Whether it's chips, it doesn't matter. It's always crunch, crunch, crunch. And he waits until there's a quiet part of the conversation, it feels like, to take the biggest bite possible. And someone said my mom's boyfriend chews with his mouth open and watches video on his phone full volume while we eat. So dinner at their house is smack, 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 followed by TikTok. I have stopped going over for Sunday dinners.
Ugh. Table manners real bad. For whatever reason, they give you the eat nicks.
I would have to say my coworker.
Okay, why are they so nasty?
Okay, so one time we had this work dinner at this really nice steakhouse, and my coworker decided to pick up his steak with his hands and just eat the entire steak like that.
Stop. I thought he was like trying to be funny at first or something, but that's how he ate it?
Yeah. He was eating it like he was eating a pork chop at a backyard barbecue.
Oh.
It was disgusting.
You know, that's going to get some eyes. Also, like, what have you ever eaten before? Like, how starving are you? Like, let me eat that this way. Grody.
And it got worse because my boss had to finally say, like, hey, we have knives. Like, use maybe one of those. And his response was, this is faster, and continued to eat that way.
The more concerning thing is, unless I misunderstood, I feel like you insinuated that would be a proper way to eat a pork chop. Because she said he ate it like he was eating a pork chop. I wouldn't eat a pork chop that way either.
But like you've never grabbed a cold pork chop from the fridge and you've like just taken a little bite out of it.
A little leftover action, maybe.
I'm not a fan of pork chops, but I've seen people do it. Someone said my teenage son, he treats the dining room table like a trash can. He'll eat a taco. There's lettuce, sour cream, cheese, pieces of shells everywhere. When he's done, it's such a mess. I don't even understand how he can make such a mess. It looks like he doesn't even get any in his mouth. And another person said my roommate scrapes her teeth on her fork, sends chills down my entire body. She does it with every single bite. I've tried wearing headphones while eating. I can somehow still hear her.
And you get someone that gives you those eat nicks, the bad table manners, something like that.
Okay, so it definitely has to be my father-in-law, unfortunately. He's great, and we love having family dinners together all the time, but he chews with his mouth wide open, and it's not even loud. It's just, like, very wide. And it could be anything. It could be, like, something like chicken, soup, whatever. It just has, like, this really wide motion, and I don't know if I'm the only one who notices it, but it's really, really distracting, and it's gotten me, like, self-conscious about the way that I eat, so I'm never, like, comfortable eating anymore around them, but yeah, that I would have to say it's my father-in-law, unfortunately.
Do you think anybody would actually sit down and be like, listen, you're disgusting, or we're just going to let him do this forever?
I mean, it's been, like, I think he's been eating like this his whole life, and I don't know if anyone's ever already told him, but at this point, I think it's, like, too far gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, like, elephant in the room, but I've talked to my husband about it, and he doesn't really notice it, which is kind of weird.
I feel like maybe he's just immune to it over the years.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
You've been around something so long. That's why he doesn't notice it. Someone said my brother-in-law, the worst. He has no idea when to stop talking. He'll be in the middle of chewing something and suddenly decides that's the exact moment he needs to tell you a 10-minute story. You can't understand half of it because there's food in his mouth. No one interrupts him because we're just hoping he's going to swallow. And another person said, my best friend, when she eats soup, it's so loud. I didn't even know soup could be that loud. We can't get ramen together anymore.